The knife's called Gracie. The axe is Carnage. And me? Haha, I'm your queen.
Tall, tanned, muscular, beautiful, but not perfect. She sounds like every Australian English teacher, so it's a bit weird, feels a bit strange. Everything about Junker Queen is satisfying. The body shots are satisfying, the headshots are satisfying, the knife is satisfying, the axe is satisfying. And then you combine it all together and you get a nice satisfying combo. Good job, Blizzard. Wait, bad job, Blizzard. You guys made Orisa. I fucking hate that character. Remove her from the game. Besides and encouraging, Orisa is the worst crime Blizzard has committed. A big part of being satisfying for Junker Queen is that she isn't very easy to use. She does have a learning curve. Heroes like Orisa and Roadhog are just too easy, but characters like Ryan and Ball might be too complicated and too punishing. Junker Queen has a nice middle ground of taking skill but not being impossible to learn. God, Orisa is just not real, man. What is that? Junker Queen is the first ever tempo tank in Overwatch 2. Her commanding shout lets her change the flow of the game. Depending on the situation, she can easily back out of a fight or engage into a fight just by using her shout ability. And that's why she's the first ever tempo character in Overwatch 2. The only one. Recently, Junker Queen got a buff where the more people she hits with her axe, the lower the cooldown. The axe was already satisfying, but this update just brings it to another level. Everything from the amount of damage it does, the wind-up animation, and the sound effects are perfect. Fun fact, did you know Junker Queen is not Roadhog? Everything in my body is telling me Junker Queen is not Roadhog, but my brain says no, you're gonna throw your knife like it's Roadhog hook. This was just a really shitty segue into talking about the knife, so I'm sorry for that waste of time. If the axe is butter, then the bread is the knife. You're not going to go very far in your Junker Queen career if you don't know how to land this ability. Also, specifically to Overwatch 1 players, if you're used to playing Roadhog, this actually might be hard to learn. I made it correlate, it wasn't a waste of time, it was a good segue. The best advice I can give to someone who's struggling to land the knife consistently is to not play Roadhog. The knife and the hook are so similar, but so different at the same time, it can throw you off. If you look at every single one of Junker Queen's abilities, they don't do a lot of damage on their own, so you need to land the knife to set up a combo. It is so valuable. And once you get good at landing the knife, you can focus on things like disrupting the enemy. You can do things as simple as messing up Roadhog's aim when he throws out a hook, or more high value advanced things like messing up Zarya's aim so she gets no value from her grab. I just fucked it up for him. Junker Queen's ult suffers from the problem of I have no window of opportunity to use this ability. It's almost impossible to find a situation where the enemy team doesn't have some sort of stun, or cleanse, or teleport, or movement option. But I said almost impossible, because when you see that Kiriko cleanse, it's so satisfying to hit the entire enemy team and turn around and just swing your axe and kill everyone. Oh, it's so good. And once you apply all of this and master everything, you get one of the most satisfying and unique and challenging heroes in the game. And this is why Orisa will never be fun to me, because her abilities are too powerful too easily. There's no brain power involved. You're good at the character 10 hours in versus 1,000 hours in. At Junker Queen, there's a clear difference and it's satisfying. One of the most important things in every game for a gun or a character to feel satisfying is the sound effects. I'm gonna play gunshot sound effects and ability sound effects. Just listen to them. Just don't focus on anything but the sound. Trust me. Appreciate it. And there you have it. That's why I think Junker Queen's the most satisfying tank in the game. Everything from her shout ability, which can adapt to multiple situations, to her heavy impacting axe, to her knife, it's beautiful. And then I just mentioned the sound effects for this character are absolutely beyond perfect. The crackling sound effects and all the extra dialogue that you get with the new mythic skin for Junker Queen is better than Genji's, and I know that's a hot topic. I'm so happy that Junker Queen is an actual respectable tank that isn't completely busted like Roadhog or Orisa, but isn't complete dogshit like, sadly, my boy Reinhardt. One of the best things you can do as Junker Queen is verse a Roadhog and destroy him and force him to swap to Orisa. And then you destroy the Orisa, and then the Orisa swaps to Junker Queen, but because they're not used to playing tanks that aren't completely broken, they lose. That is satisfying. Now, what about her character, her personality? Junker Queen's origin story is actually pretty good, but my problem is with her personality. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm kind of getting bored. Not upset, not angry, but I am getting genuinely bored of the stereotype. And I think you know what stereotype I'm talking about. And I need to reiterate this. I'm not getting upset, and I'm definitely not offended. I'm genuinely bored of the thick, bogan, trashy type character that are crazy. You know the one I'm talking about. Every Australian just gets annoyed when that's how their character gets represented. And the thing is, it is a real thing. There are people that speak like that. There's a lot of obnoxious people here down in Australia, but it's just all the time. Every single character. I'm not upset by it and I'm not offended. It's just getting a bit boring. And who knows, maybe it's charismatic to other people or it's funny and they just can't get enough of it. But to Australians, well, at least to me specifically, at least I can guarantee it, I'm not into it anymore. It's just done too much. I guess for you Americans, the equivalent would be, what if every American character in Overwatch was some Southerner American that fucks his own sister type of character? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's true sometimes, but it doesn't want to be like the staple every character every time. It gets annoying, right? But besides the annoying character tropes, she's a good overall hero for Overwatch, and I think Blizzard did a pretty good job from a character that I thought was pretty bad and weak originally to a pretty fun and strong character, so good job, Blizzard. Anyway, that's the Junker Queen video done. Thanks for watching, and if you don't really care about what I have to say about YouTube and the future of it, goodbye, thank you much, and see you later, I guess. So the reason I did... This video was shorter. I did try and condense it more so I could have this pretty important talk, to be honest, at the end, is, if you don't know, which you probably will know, YouTube is probably going to get rid of their recommendation system, which is really bad for small channels, because how are you going to get your name out there if YouTube doesn't recommend you to anyone, right? No one's going to be searching up Giovanni randomly for fun, right? And expecting Overwatch content. No one's going to be doing that. So I guess all I am really trying to say is that if you do see this video and YouTube does fucking sink and all the channels die and all that, I do want to say this has been really fun, and if it still works and things are fine, I'm still going to continue, but if I do fall off the face of the earth on YouTube, I just want to say it's been fun, and I've been happy to share my opinions with all of you. Negative and positive comments, it's fun to read all of them. Literally, I read all of them. So yeah, I'm grateful. I hope things work out with YouTube, as in like YouTube itself, not my channel, but like, well, obviously my channel, but YouTube itself is actually going to suffer quite heavily from this deleting recommendation system. Who knows, they might add another recommendation system or something similar, but basically lawsuits and shit, and it's really bad, and they might have to get rid of it, so I don't know how they're going to display and advertise new people's channels and stuff. So yeah, if YouTube does fuck this up and the lawsuit's all horrible and all of that, sorry to break it to you, but YouTube might just actually collapse and the biggest titan of media industry might just fall over, so that's something to look forward to. But that is all worst case scenario. Maybe it'll work out. YouTube is the biggest media sharing company in the world. Probably have to look that up, but just believe me for now. And I'm sure they don't want their company to die, so they might fix it and do all that stuff. But besides that, if everything works, next video is going to be on support. I'm thinking about doing Lucio, but a lot of people have been asking for Mercy, but my problem is with a Mercy video is that it's pretty hard to make a cool video about it. And not only that, but I don't know how to make a video where I'm not just slandering Mercy players for 10 minutes. So leave suggestions on how I should make a Mercy video, or just an entirely different character at all. Anyway, check this sweet no-scope out. GG.
Oh!